What is up, everybody? How are you? Zeke is having an attitude down there. If you can't hear him, I hope he stops. How's everybody doing? Oh my god. It's because it's my night, and he's very smart. He knows when it's my night. To go to, it's my night to have him, because yesterday he left as soon as I ended it live. It wasn't my night. He almost like knows like the pattern. But anyway, so I think he knows, and usually he comes up around this time. Um, but yeah, I want to read you guys this affidavit. It's not very long. It's 9 pages. There's two of them. There's one for Deborah and one for Kim. They're basically the same thing though. I read through them. So we probably only have to read one of them. They say the same thing on both of them. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to go down there and have my mom like try to see what he wants. Anyway, how are you guys? Hold on one second. Let me. Good, she's playing with him because sometimes he just wants to play. I try to play. I was just playing with him earlier. Anyway, do you like my background, by the way? So I was gonna do either this background tonight or this one. Which one do you guys like? One. Okay, so do you like? This is 2. This one's more subtle. 1. 1 or 2. I like the like more drastic ones, but I try to like remember my audience and how sometimes like people like more softer things, like even with colors sometimes. Yeah, this is me subtle with my colors. No, but sometimes I'll like be like, okay, I'll like tone it down a little bit and not have as much going on because people get, oh my god, it's so intense. But do you guys like 1 or 2? So this is 2. This is 2 and this is 1. Let me see what you guys said. Oh, I should have just done a poll. There's too many. There's a good variety. I don't know. You like this one? This is 1, Mara. You like this one? This one's 1. So you like the more neither snail? You don't like either, really? All right. Well, you know what? This one actually, I might put on the other one because this one just kind of blends into the other one too much. This one has a little bit more. Well, let's see when we read here. Let's just see when we have the paper up because that's going to be important. Oh, hey Yorkie Mama, your puppy needs some love, some kisses, and maybe some bones. Yes, believe me, he gets spoiled though. He gets his way. If he wants something, he'll sit there and look at you and bark, and we have to figure out what the heck it is that he wants every day. It's he like is aware of everything in the house. So if there's a bone on a table that he can't reach or something that he sees that's out of place, he is a spoiled one. All right, so let me see when I share my screen and try to read it, what it's going to be best, because that's going to be what matters, because we're going to read this document here. Let me pull it up and see what we got going. All right. That is what's going to be important. So here's their mug shot, if you guys haven't seen it already. There's their mug shots. Hey, Thomas. What's up, Petty? Karina? Mera? I get it now, like the psychedelic background and the galaxy background. I like this. I think this is okay. I don't think this will be too distracting to read. It's not, I think it's nice and calm the way it's moving. I think I'm going to keep it like this. I like both, but I'm liking this more with the other background because my background mixed with the other one, it's too like black. You know what I'm saying? It's like it needs some contrast. So I'm going to keep it with this one. Anyway, hey Pablo, hey Gloria. I'm going to wait a couple minutes. I'm about to go down there and see what he wants because sometimes my mom can't tell. And hold on a second. Hold on, guys. I'll let people start to come in. Give me 1 minute. Mom, what's he barking at? Because I'm trying to read something, Bubs, okay? Oh, you're on now? Yeah, he's trying to read a document, and it's so annoying. What is he? Are you sure there's not? Is that his bones on the dresser right there? No, I gave it to him. No. No. Call him up there. Well, she has to. You want to call him out, Bubba? All right, we're gonna try this. Hopefully he's all right. I want to start reading this. I don't know what his problem is. We don't know what he wants. He might just want to come up here with me, so I left the gate open if he wants to come up. Okay, so let's start this, guys. Let me read this. Hopefully he'll be good, guys. Because I know it'll probably be, you know, trying to read it, it could be annoying if he's constantly barking. I have to drink decaf now, but I've been drinking way too much coffee. And it's been giving me, like, anxiety, like, my heart, like, it feels like I'm having way too much. I'm scared. I can't, like, after I drink one cup, I'm afraid to have another cup. Because, like, last night, like, my heart does not feel right, so I'm gonna have to switch to decaf. I like it so much that I think I started drinking too much of it, that it's starting to affect me. And now, like I do with everything else, not moderating, and I ruin it, so then therefore I can't have any. I do too much where then I can't even barely have any because I ruined it. Anyway, all right, let's start. How's everybody doing? You guys ready? This breaks it up. What breaks it up? How many of you guys have watched it already? Hey, Gaming and Sleuthing. It is. It tastes the same, but see, I don't have Nespresso decaf, so I order my Nespresso decaf because I drink Nespresso coffee. So we like regular decaf isn't as good because I'm used to the Nespresso where it has like I don't know, just it's thicker almost. So I ordered some today. She looks bad, huh? He looks about the same, but look, she looks kind of bad. How many of you guys have read this already, though? By the way, put a 1 if you've read it and a 2 if you haven't read it yet. I always like to know where we are, like how many people have read it. So put a 1 if you already read it, a 2 if not. Just real quick. Okay, cool. I always like when there's people that it's going to be new for too. Okay, cool. You read it, Wolfpack? Yeah. Man, my nose is running. I just washed my face and I put water up on my face and I think. Anyway, all right, let's get to this. So we're gonna read Kim. Oh, Zeke, please stop it. He's doing it because I think he wants to come up here. I mean, I have the door. I have it open if he wants to come. Okay, Kim Clenney, which remember, Kim is the father. Kim Dwayne Clenney. So let's do it. Race white, sex male, gray eyes, or gray hair, sorry. Blue eyes. Okay, so the intent or the charges 815-06, felony third, so third degree felony, counts 1, charge name description, computer offenses against, bond amount. So there was a bond. I'm confused about this. It says bond amount $5,000. Hey, you're live. I'm home. How long have you been live? Oh, I just went live, Jonathan. I'm about to read the warrant. Thank you. So 5,000 it says. So I don't know. That lawyer said there wasn't any, so we'll have to kind of look into that. Okay, so we have full extradition felony. I think what they meant is because then they're get extradited, they can't bond out until they get there, maybe. Is that what the lawyer meant? So it wasn't like that they could just go and bond out. They would have to get extradited first before they could bond out. So that might be what the lawyer was talking about. If I'm wrong and there's some lawyers in here that know better, let me know. And it's because I'm just going by what her lawyers, they made that statement I read yesterday. Anyway, it says to answer unto the state of Florida on an information or indictment filed charge. Okay. Date 126/24. All right, let's get into it. Oops, I went the wrong way. Here we go. So before me, Mindy S. Glazer, a judge of the Circuit Court of the 11th Judicial Circuit, Miami-Dade, Florida, personally appeared. Detective Adrian Perez, police department, who being by me first duly sworn, deposes and says that there is a probable cause to arrest. Now, remember, I wrote these down, so I have a little note to look back on. So subject 1, because they will be, as they, in this document, as they're talking about the subjects, they will be going by subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, and then they have individual 1, 2, 3, and 4. So individual 1, 2, 3, and 4 are her attorneys. So when they do any of the individuals, like 1, individual 4, individual 3, they say any of those in the document, those are all her lawyers that they're talking about. Courtney is subject 1, as you can see. Kim, her father, is subject 2. Deborah, her mother, is subject 3. And then you have an individual 5, which is like the IT guy that they hired to look through it. The parents and Courtney and them is their guy. Okay. They'll explain it all as I go, but I just wanted to make a note in your head so you guys could follow and have it kind of in your memory. Okay. Yeah, Jonathan, we know. I mean, we talked about it yesterday. Yeah. We already went over like the basics, but I'm glad I have the warrant now. That's what we wanted. We wanted the specifics. I already read this. I actually read all this ahead of time. Usually, a lot of times I'll wait to read it with you guys, but I read it already, so I already know what's in it. So yeah. Okay, so let's read it. So it says, yeah, says that there's probable cause to arrest. You have Courtney Clenney, subject 1, Kim Clenney, subject 2, Deborah Clenney, subject 3, who together as principals of one another, along with other uncharged individuals, did commit 1 count of unauthorized access or excessive access to a computer system, or electronic device of Christian Obenselli, a black male with a date of birth April 12, 1994, and or his estate hereinafter the victim. Okay, so he's obviously the victim when they talk about it. I just want to make a remark real quick. I do find it kind of interesting that if they're going to arrest Kim and Deborah, and well, if they're going to charge all 3 of them, I do think that the judge or that the lawyers that took part in this, then they should be a part of it too, because they were a part of it too. So I'm a little bit confused because I feel like they should be held accountable too, because they were just as much a part of it as them as far as the conspiring. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little bit confused why they weren't charged, but I don't know how that is because they're attorneys. I'm not sure. But if any of you guys have read this, what do you guys think? And then I'll ask you guys at the end. Ask you guys. Okay. So I won't interrupt it too much now. Okay, so a third-degree felony in violation of Florida Statute 81506, contrary to the form of the statute, in such cases made and provided and against the peace and dignity of the state of Florida. Oh, so go to the left. Okay. Affiant's background. Your affiant is Detective Adrian Perez, who has been a law enforcement officer with the Miami-Dade Police Department since January 2016 and is currently assigned to the Cyber Crimes Bureau. Your affiant is a federally deputized task force officer with the United States Secret Service South Florida Cyber Fraud Task Force and has been previously assigned to the Miami-Dade County State Attorney's Office Violent Gang Cyber Strike Force. Your affiant has a 4-year baccalaureate degree conferred by Florida State University in the field of information technology and holds multiple information technology certifications in various specializations, including computer networking, cybersecurity, and computer server management. Additionally, your affiant has received continuous training in cyber, internet, and social media investigations from the Miami-Dade Public Safety Training Institute, National White Collar Crime Center, National Computer Forensics Institute, and the SANS Institute. Your affiant duties include the investigation of cyber-related crimes, including cyber attacks and intrusions, cyber-enabled fraud, cyber threats to critical infrastructure, dark web investigations, and undercover cyber operations. Additionally, your affiant has been trained to provide on-scene incident response to investigate and mitigate active network intrusions reported by victims. Your affiant is familiar with the way computer networks, and technology is utilized in the furtherance of crimes both at the state and federal levels. As a result of the above-mentioned training and experience, your affiant has previously prepared numerous subpoenas, court orders, and search warrants, and has worked closely with the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office Cybercrimes Unit in previous investigations. The affidavit is based upon information known personally to your affiant and information obtained from others who have investigated this matter and or have personal knowledge of the facts herein. Your affiant has participated in this investigation, spoken with other law enforcement detectives, and has reviewed documents and police reports related to this investigation. This affidavit is being submitted for the limited purpose of establishing probable cause and therefore does not include every aspect, fact, or detail surrounding this investigation. Facts in support of probable cause. Let me just get a sip of water. Oh, and thanks, Jonathan, for the super chat. Sorry. I didn't even thank you. I was just reading your thing. But yeah, we did a live yesterday talking about it all. You missed it. I know this is one of the cases that you're following. All right, so let's do it, guys. Let's get into it here. Okay. So, your affiant was assigned as the lead investigator in the cybercrime documented under MDPD case number blah blah blah. The investigation was initiated following an investigative referral by the state attorney's office to the Miami-Dade Police Department, MPDP or NDPD, as the sheriff of Miami-Dade County has jurisdiction throughout the Miami-Dade County, including crimes committed by inmates in its jails. Underlying case. Christian Obenselli, herein victim, was killed on April 3rd, 2022 because of an apparent stab wound inflicted upon him by Courtney Clenney, herein subject 1, in their city of Miami apartment. Following the victim's killing, many of his belongings were taken from the apartment by unknown persons and have not been provided to his family, heirs, or estate. After the victim was killed, an investigation was conducted by the City of Miami and State's Attorney's Office, resulting in Subject 1's arrest and charging under Miami-Dade court case number blah, blah, blah. A search of Miami-Dade County records shows Subject 1 has been in Miami-Dade Corrections and Rehabilitation custody since August 26, 2022, under the Miami-Dade jail number blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I don't read all the numbers and stuff, but... Okay, while Subject 1's case was proceeding, the City of Miami made several attempts to access Subject 1's cell phone with no success. So remember, Subject 1 is Courtney, so they tried to access her phone with no success. The device was locked with a 5-digit passcode. To get Subject 1's cell phone contents by other means, the City of Miami sought and received 2 warrants, hereinafter iCloud Warrant 1 and iCloud Warrant 2. For Subject 1's iCloud account, blah, 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 the City of Miami additionally sought the iCloud accounts of Kim Clenney, herein Subject 2, and Deborah Clenney, herein Subject 3, because of the messages exchanged with Subject 1. Known photographs taken of Subject 1 by Subject 3. Photographs taken of Courtney by Kim, and commingling of financial accounts by Deborah's Subject 3, sorry. So the pictures that her mom took of her and the commingling of financial accounts by her dad, which we know. We heard of. I'm glad we watched that testimony yesterday because it puts everything into perspective, because they are bringing all of that in to this, I feel. You know what I'm saying? To have a good idea of all of that. Anyway, your affiant knows that an iCloud is a cloud-based storage and syncing system linked to Apple devices. By linking individuals' Apple devices to a particular iCloud account, certain contents of those devices can be automatically synchronized to from the iCloud account and multiple Apple devices. Such content includes documents, photos, notes, and contacts. iCloud can also be used to locate lost or missing Apple devices and to remotely destroy data on such Apple devices. iCloud also allows the owner or user of a particular iCloud account to manage synchronized email, contacts, calendars, notes, reminders, photos, cloud storage, word processing documents, spreadsheets, and presentations through a standard web browser. Changes made to the above described resources in iCloud can then be automatically pushed to the owner or user linked Apple devices. It's already cold. Anyway. Am I making this big enough where you guys can read? There we go. iCloud Warrant 1 was signed by Honorable Judge Carmen Carbarga on February 2nd, 2023. iCloud Warrant 1 was served on Apple Incorporated, which complied by providing multiple voluminous download links on March 1st, 2023. Downloads of the iCloud data were made but not reviewed due to the technical expertise required to review the material, the volume of the data, and the establishment of a filter protocol to prevent inadvertently locating attorney-client communications. To address these issues, the state attorney's office learned that an MDPD digital forensic expert, Sergeant Sergio Cremacini, could download and process the data, filter out communications that needed excising, and provide a simplified reader for investigators to digest the data. To achieve this, however, Sergeant Cremacini would require a new download link, as the original return links had already expired. Consequently, City of Miami investigators applied for and received iCloud Warrant 2 from the Honorable Judge Andrea Wolfson on November 3rd, 2023. iCloud Warrant 2 was served on Apple Inc., which complied by providing multiple voluminous download links on November 16th, 2023. The download links were provided to Sergeant Cremacini along with the original preserved downloads from iCloud Warrant 1, at which time he processed the records into digestible reader format. Regarding Subject 3's messages, the updated records of iCloud Warrant 2 suggested that the strings of text messages were missing or had been deleted. So Subject 3's Deborah. We know the mom and her had contact texts. So they're saying they noticed some have been deleted from Subject 3's text messages. As a result of this interference, Subject 3's messages from iCloud Warrant 1 were compiled for comparison. All filtered records were provided to the state attorney's office in December 2023. Cybercrime investigation. An initial review of Subject 3's messages prompted an investigative referral on December 18th, 2023 from the state attorney's office to your affiant regarding the willful and knowing unlawful access of a computer. Following the referral, your affiant received a copy of the primary evidence, including Subject 1's arrest warrant, iCloud Warrant 1, iCloud Warrant 2, the victim's cell phone extraction, Subject 1's cell phone extraction. Subject 1's iCloud revealed a possible password that unlocked Subject 1's cell phone and allowed its extraction, and Subject 3's iCloud warrant returns. Contained within Subject 3's iCloud warrant returns were backed up messages from her phone. Of pertinence here was a group chat that included herself, Subject 2, which is her Kim, Frank Andrew Prietti, herein individual 1, Sabrina Puglis, individual 2, Manuel Racio, individual 3, and Pamela Corvillin, individual 4. So individuals 1, 2, 3, and 4 represent subject 1 in her underlying case. So like I said, 1, 2, and 3 are Courtney's lawyers. Subject 2 and 3 are not clients of individual 1, 2, or 3, as defined by section 90.502. Subjects 2 and 3 as listed witnesses in subject 1's underlying case were subject to legal process and therefore cannot be represented by individual 1, 2, or 3, or 4, which I figured that. I said that yesterday. I don't think that they could have the same lawyers. Could it be like a conflict of interest there? Like, I didn't think that they were allowed. So yeah, they aren't allowed. Anyway, accordingly, there is no attorney-client privilege contained within the messages. So because Kim and Deborah, that's not their lawyers. So there's no attorney-client privilege between what they say to each other, which is interesting. Additionally, because the conversations were sought or obtained to enable or aid the commission of a crime, there is no attorney-client privilege to the conversations. Contained within the group chat between both iCloud warrant returns were 4,230 messages. For unknown reasons, Subject 3's iCloud Warrant 2 messages began on May 17th, 2023, while the last message in iCloud Warrant 1 was January 19th, 2023. Therefore, leaving a period of approximately 4 months of messages unaccounted for. Including within the group chat were various discussions about the victim's laptop and how to access it. The first noted reference to the victim's laptop was made by Subject 2 on September 23rd, 2022, at roughly 8:45 p.m., apparently in response to an earlier conversation about Subject 1 and the discussions with her. Subject 2, which is her dad, wrote, "Forgot, ask if she gave any potential passwords for the laptop. All typographical errors in original reference times are in the Eastern time zone and were confirmed through known messages sent by Subject 2 to Subject 1 in the underlying case. Individual 1, which is one of Courtney's attorneys, said, replied on the same date, approximately 9:13, "Yes, Sabrina, I have a list. We will provide. I have a list we'll provide." So like possible passwords. Subject 2, which is Kim, replied, "Thanks." He replied immediately. Several days passed with no conversation. When Subject 2 messages the group chat on September 26, 2022 at approximately 4:25 p.m. writing, "Will you be sending the laptop pin ideas so we can try them before you see her again?" So the attorneys have this meeting set up to go see Courtney. So he's trying to get the passwords. Make sure you ask her, can we get possible things so we could see before you see her? And because he wants to get in this computer bad, you could tell. Anyway, in an apparent reference to accessing the victim's laptop using guessed passwords, individual 1 replied on the same date at approximately 6:33, "Good evening, guys. I have a couple that I can forward you tomorrow." Subject 2 immediately replied, "Okay, thanks." Several days pass with discussions about other matters when Subject 2 again raises the issue of the passwords with the group. On September 29th, 2022, at approximately 6:58 p.m., Oh, I know. I agree. I don't understand why the attorneys aren't liable too. Because they conspired. If they're saying this is a conspiracy that conspired, they would be just as guilty. Maybe they would definitely have a part in it, where I don't understand why they're not charged. But I don't know if there's some protection because they're working as the attorney. I don't know, but I agree. Anyway. Okay, so several days pass with discussions about other matters when Subject 2 again raises the issue of the passwords with the group. September 29th, 2022, approximately 6:58, Subject 2 wrote, "Are there any PIN passwords we can try before you see her tomorrow?" Individual 2 replies shortly after, approximately 7:03, "She didn't have anything for me." Subject 2 replied at 7:10, "Last Friday evening, Frank indicated there was a list. You may want to ask her again tomorrow." Individual 2 replied 38 minutes later, stating, "I'll ask her tomorrow." Subject 2 replied at approximately 8:04. So it was like, what, 16 minutes after that, said, thanks. Individual 1, apparently in response to subject 2's multiple inquiries for passwords, then began sending several back-to-back messages to the group chat. At approximately 8:23 p.m., Individual 1 sent 6 messages with possible passwords. And then at approximately 8:24 p.m., wrote, these were possible, was not sure about capitalization or spacing, but there are the ones that she could come up with. Individual 1 then sent a second message immediately afterwards saying, I would try all together and mix some of the capitalization and see if we get lucky. Subject 2 replied 11 minutes later, okay, thanks. About 23 minutes later, Subject 2 wrote, now I know that the PIN is actually a 4-digit number. Letters are not able to be entered, only numbers. Sabrina, please ask her for options. The following day, September 30th, 2022 at 3:57, or approximately 3:57, completely out of context for the messages, Subject 2 wrote, hell yeah, that PIN worked. Individual 4 loved the message. About 3 minutes later, Individual 1 replied to Subject 2's message at approximately 4:02 p.m., writing, Kim, hold off on going through the computer, please. I don't want to turn you into a witness just yet if you find something useful. Individual 1 furthered, but that is great news, and it makes this easy. Subject 2 replied a moment later, writing, okay, understood. Okay. So you see, when he said it worked, when he wrote, hell yeah, it worked, that was 3:57. So the lawyer, one of the attorneys did reply 5 minutes later, so only 5 minutes passed, where he got pretty quick, where he said, Kim, hold off on going through the computer. Please, I don't want to turn you into a witness, okay? Anyway. A discussion was then had regarding custody of the laptop, whether Subject 2 should ship the victim's laptop to Individual 1. Individual 1 discussed how shipment might be possible, but he would like to speak with a computer consultant. Individual 1 then added he would be in Dallas the following week and may want to pick up the victim's laptop, in the abundance of caution, just in case. Subject 2 acknowledged, and Individual 1 furthered, when it comes to potential evidence, we always have to consider chain of custody issues and don't necessarily want to take risk something gets lost in mail. But hang tight, we will make a decision by Monday. Subject 2 again acknowledged. Individual 2 then sent another message, writing, also, as I'm sure you guessed by my prior text, we don't want you accessing files because the state attorneys could request their own independent analysis of the hard drive. Oh, shoot. Gosh darn it. Sorry. Why does it do that? Okay. Okay, so the state attorneys could request their own independent analysis of the hard drive and accuse you of creating or modifying files. That's why I wanted to put a quick pause on that. Obviously, I know you would not do that, but we want to maintain that credibility. Subject 2 replied, I had barely opened it and was starting to poke around, but we started a video call, so I stopped. Never opened a file, so I didn't see anything. Individual 1 replied, sounds good, which, hold on a second. See, that's kind of concerning because when does... Hold on a second. Because I don't know. I'm trying to think, why did he poke around? Was that when he told him the password worked? You know what I'm saying? Or was that at a different time when he already told him not to poke around? I'm thinking it's all in the same conversation here. So we'll go back through that at the end because I want to make sure because... Anyway, several days passed without discussion about the victim's laptop. Though other discussions about meetings were had, Subject 2 sent a message on October 4th, 2022 at approximately 4:58 p.m. writing, I'd also like for you to have the laptop soon so you can see if there's anything of use on it. Several more messages about meetings between subject 2 and 3, and the individuals are exchanged over several days without reference to the victim's laptop. Subject 3 then messages the group chat at approximately 12:09. So subject 3 is Deborah, her mom. On October 6th, I will be making the drive to Dallas tomorrow to drop off the laptop. I am hoping that Morgan will come with me. This is a reference to individual 1's travel to Dallas discussed above. It should also be noted that subjects 2 and 3 reside in Austin, Texas, several hours away from Dallas. Individual 1 replied 2 hours later, "Okay, sounds great. The earlier the better. Hoping to catch an earlier flight back to Miami, but drive safe and see you tomorrow. Look forward to meeting Morgan if she comes with you." There were then several discussions that continued into the next day about their anticipated arrival time. On October 7th, 2022, more messages coordinating the unauthorized transfer of the victim's laptop were exchanged between subject 3 and the individual 1, which included location information, travel time, travel updates, and estimated time of arrival. Several hours later, October 7th, 2022, at approximately 4:29 p.m., individual 1 wrote to the group chat, "Hey, Deborah, good seeing you today. I forgot to have you sign a property receipt for turning over the laptop. I will get one to you next week to sign. Thank you for bringing it to Dallas area." Subject 3 immediately replied, "Aw, okay, and you're welcome." The messages then do not discuss victim's laptop again for several months. Noting again, there are no records from January 19th, 2023 until May 17th, 2023. The next time the victim's laptop is discussed is on July 8th, 2023. Individual 1 sent a message to the group chat at approximately 6:58 p.m. writing, "Good evening, everyone. Mike Hayes, IT expert, now has possession of all the electronics we need him to evaluate, clone, and run searches on. I did not have the password for the suspected Obencelli Asus laptop handy. Does anyone have that readily available? Please send when you can." Mike Hayes was later identified as Michael Water Hayes, hereinafter individual 5, an individual with an information technology company named Pivotal IT Consulting, LLC, that has a principal address in Miami. The following morning at approximately 9:49 a.m., subject 2 replied, "I think the code to the laptop is 04112. It should be noted the victim's birthday is April 12th. Several days with unrelated conversations occurred until the next and last known discussion about the victim's laptop occurred 16 days later on July 25th, 2023. At 12:38 p.m. Subject 2 wrote, Courtney was asking about the visit schedule this week. Also, do we have any updates on the video in the laptop? Since it has been 7 weeks since the last Zoom meeting, possible we can get up another soon. Or it's possible we could set up another soon. Your affiant made contact with Kimberly Wald, hereinafter Attorney Wald, on Friday, January 12th, 2024. Attorney Wald is counsel for the victim's estate. Ms. Wald informed your affiant that the victim's estate has never received the victim's property from anyone, including subjects 1, 2, or 3, or individuals 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So the parents, Courtney or her parents, or any of Courtney's lawyers never received anything from him. And then the IT guy, but there'd be no reason. Anyway, so Attorney Wald further advised that the victim's estate has never given permission to anyone, including subjects 1, 2, or 3, or individuals 1 through 5, to possess or keep the victim's belongings. Finally, Attorney Wald advised the victim's estate or family has never provided consent or authorization to anyone, including subjects 1, 2, or 3, or individuals 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, to access the victim's laptop. Crimes against users of computers. In Florida, a person commits an offense against users of computers, computer systems, computer networks, or electronic devices if he or she willfully, knowingly, and without authorization or exceeding authorization accesses or causes to be accessed any computer, computer system, computer network, or electronic device with knowledge that such access is unauthorized or the manner of use exceeds authorization. This offense is a third-degree felony. Based on the totality of the circumstances from September 23rd, 2022 to at least July 25th, 2023, the subjects collectively, along with individuals 1 and 2, which is their lawyers, as principals of one another, accessed or caused to be accessed the victim's laptop with knowledge that such access was unauthorized or the manner exceeded authorization because none of the subjects or individuals sought authorization from the victim, who could not authorize such access because he is deceased, the victim's estate, or the victim's representative. This is evidenced by the clear attempts to evade discussions about the victim's laptop via monitored jail calls, willfully enlisting individuals 1 and 2 to obtain possible access codes in person from subject 1 in Miami-Dade County Jail, and the unlocking of the laptop by subject 2. Additionally, subject 3 transported the device from Austin to Dallas, where individual 1 took possession of the victim's laptop, ultimately providing it to individual 5 in the city of Miami for unlawful access. At this juncture, there is no evidence individual 5 knew he could not access the victim's laptop. Criminal intent is apparent throughout the messages, such as subject 2's rush to get to the victim's laptop to individual 1 so he could see if there's anything useful to us on it. Subject 2's constant inquiring of the victim's laptop when he first accessed it in October 2022. Subject 3's hand delivery of the victim's laptop to individual 1. Individual 1's delivery of the laptop to individual 5. Furthermore, knowledge of the ownership of the laptop can be inferred by mention of the individual 1 on the group thread, referring to the device as the suspected Obenselli Asus laptop. Conclusion: accordingly, based on the totality of the circumstances, your affiant has probable cause to arrest Courtney Taylor Clenney, subject 1, Kim Dwayne Clenney, subject 2, and Deborah Lynn Clenney, subject 3, who together as principals of one another, along with other uncharged individuals, did commit 1 count of unauthorized access or excessive access to a computer, computer system, or electronic device of Christian Obenselli and or his estate, a third-degree felony, in violation of Florida statute, contrary to the form of the statute in such cases made and provided, and against the peace and dignity of the state of Florida. So, that's it. Like I said, hers is the same. They're both the same, because it's the same thing. So, what do you guys think? What's your thought? I wonder what they were like. Yeah, exactly. I wonder what they were looking for. Like, what were they thinking that they were going to find to help them? You know what I'm saying? I'm curious too. What did they think they were going to, like, how was that going to help them? But now I feel like it was pretty clear that they did know it was Christians, so that's messed up. It's more that they, yeah, I didn't realize that there was actually like a getting into somebody's computer unauthorized. I didn't realize it was a felony. I didn't realize that law, which, you know, we learn. I learn a lot through having my channel. So I didn't know that law existed and what it was, and it's a third-degree felony and stuff of getting into somebody's computer. Just like accessing it, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what laws were out there for that. So that's interesting. So yeah, I mean, I think now reading that, I mean, it is they did that. They're guilty of what is charged. They got into his computer knowing it was Christian's computer, and the fact that they purposely didn't talk about it until in person with Courtney. They didn't on the phone because so that means that they knew they were doing something wrong because they knew that their freaking phone calls are recorded. So instead, they wait till the in-person thing to talk to her and try to get the passcode. So that's pretty interesting. I mean, that's pretty suspicious. Like, so you obviously knew that what you were doing is wrong because you were purposely trying to do it a certain way. So law enforcement did not know, right? So yeah, it's messed up. iCloud to delete videos, photos, emails, and text messages incriminating to Courtney's case. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know if they were able to prove that they deleted anything. As far as like that they found something on the computer. I mean, we knew about the text messages as far as well, the mom deleting them, but the text messages between what they say January or the 4 months that's all gone. So that's interesting. I don't know. Were they talking about something that was on it? But I would think that with as far as with his computer that they would be able to tell if they deleted anything, won't they? When they look at it, I hope. I don't know though. It depends. Like if her dad deleted something, he probably wouldn't be like computer expert to know how to delete it, so they wouldn't be able to trace it. But if that IT guy, he might know a way, but I don't even know if he would even, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I would like to know what those text messages, why they deleted those for 4 months. So they're thinking, law enforcement, they're thinking that it had something to do with they were talking about the computer when they were, and then go back to like the her omitting stuff about talking to Courtney, the mom, and yeah. And I guess them being able to go to her iCloud and delete and stuff too, but if she didn't have the password, it's obvious it wasn't shared. Wait, what do you mean, Lacey? Explain that. She didn't have the password, so it's obvious it wasn't shared. Oh, the computer. Yeah, no, yeah. I never said it. Yeah, I never said it was today. You know, yesterday I didn't know the information, but after reading this, yeah, probably no, it wasn't. But think about this though. I have different passwords for all my things. I don't know them by heart. I have to look on a piece of paper. So just because somebody doesn't know them, it doesn't mean that he didn't give her access to it sometimes. Now, I'm not saying it was his. So what they did, yes, it was a crime. But I'm saying it doesn't mean that when they were together that she didn't have access. I mean, who knows? I don't know, but I can't remember all mine. I have to look. And then her being like in jail for a year, you know what I'm saying? Drugs, a lot of drugs in her life. She could have forgot anyway. But regardless, it was his computer. It's obvious they knew. So yeah, I think the charge is appropriate, but I wonder why the lawyers, they even say at the end that they're a part of it, but they weren't charged. That I don't get why they aren't held accountable. They weren't conspired with them, and they're aware of the law. They're aware of that third-degree felony of accessing somebody's computer that's not theirs. They were a part of it, giving possible passwords to try, and then giving it to the IT guy to go into it, knowing that it wasn't their property. So why aren't they held accountable is what I want to know. They should be, right? Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, we heard about the crypto. That was yesterday. We were talking about that's what he's supposedly the only thing that was on the hard drive was the crypto exchange. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Well, I mean, we don't know. I mean, I guess hopefully they'll be able to tell now that they have the computer. Maybe they'll be able to tell what was done. But if you're asking me, I don't think, Jonathan, I don't think they would have needed his money. They have, you know what I'm saying? They have the Courtney's. So do I think that her parents got into the computer and messed with his money. No, I don't think that. I think they were more concerned with getting their evidence to help their daughter. I think that was their concern. I don't think it was about trying to get his money. No, I don't think they're that stupid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how are they going to be able to, yeah, how are they, you think they're going to be able to do that and get away? So, no, my opinion is no, I don't think they messed with his money. But I don't know if they deleted something that they thought could look bad on her case. I don't know. Who knows? Um, I don't know. That's what I'm wondering, Mama Bear. Does anybody know that? That's what I'm wondering. It has to be something like that because if not, in that last paragraph of the document, they say they know that they're involved. I mean, obviously, the whole thing is explaining how you see the conversation. So they're aware that they were a part of the whole conspiracy or whatever you call it, the conspiring to open the unauthorized. Because basically, the charge is pretty simple accessing somebody's computer that isn't yours. Plain as day. Crime is simple. That crime. Now, if you're going to get into the more, if they're going to try to like charge other things, like, you know, if they find out, oh, they deleted some evidence that could, you know, affect the case and stuff like that, which I'm sure that's coming. I mean, they're looking into it. So those charges, we're going to have to wait to see if they find anything like that. But that third degree felony, yes, now that I see it and what it is and what they did, it's pretty clear they did it, you know? Yeah, so they should be held accountable for that. But I bet you they are looking in to see if there was anything else done. So I think we'll have to wait to see what they find, if they like messed with anything. So yeah, but I don't know about the lawyers. Does anybody know if because they were representing Courtney, are they like immune from that or exempt? That's a better word. Exempt. I don't know. Let me see what people are saying. Um, why is it deleted? They could have said that they were just getting evidence to turn them over. No, but Jonathan, the charge is just accessing a computer. Were you listening? That's a felony. Accessing somebody's computer unauthorized. Yeah, they were part of that charge. That's what that's the only thing they're charged with right now. That's the third degree felony is accessing unauthorized accessing a computer. We read the charges. So yeah, the lawyers are a part of that. Now anything else, I don't know. The deleting that they're not charged with any of that yet. We have to wait. They're probably looking into it. But the accessing what they picked them up for on the warrant, yeah, they accessed a computer unauthorized. It's clear. It's just simple. Yeah, they were a part of it. So, man, yeah, I guess we'll find out if anything was deleted. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I am going to keep this short, but let me just tell you. So, about the Shonda files. Now, I hate to ask for help, and I hate doing this, and I don't think I ever have. But I am struggling right now, and anything would, I mean, if you can't help, that's fine, but any donations would be so appreciative. So I'm ordering, this is for the Shonda case. I'm ordering some, I don't want to say yet because I just want to wait till at least it's coming on its way because I've had people like, I don't know. But so right now, what I'm ordering is $693 is what it's going to cost. Okay. It's about the Shonda case, and I think it'll be interesting. I can't guarantee what's in it because I don't know the contents of what's going to be in these. But if you guys are following this case, I am so anxious to get it. Like I think it'll be some good stuff in them. But yeah, so any donations, that's all. I mean, I hate asking. I'm not even good. I don't like asking for help. I don't like asking for things. But if anybody wants to contribute to help get these files, that would be very much appreciated. I'm going to wait, like, give me a week to tell you what they are, just because I've had people like steal my ideas a lot. And when I first started, there was a certain channel that would come send his people in, and he took a couple of my ideas. So I just want to kind of wait till it's like close to getting them before I say what it is. I know it sounds weird, but I've had people do it, and I don't know. That might sound stupid, but since I am since this is going to cost a lot of money, and I probably won't get very many donations because I don't know. I don't think I will, but anything will help. So most of it probably is going to be coming out of my pocket. So I just want to be able to at least try to break even. But if somebody takes my idea, then it'll be harder for me to at least break even. That's all. I don't need to make anything. I just want to at least break even because that's a lot of money. And but if anybody wants to help donate, because that'll be a lot to even break even just from views. So, so that's all. Oh, thanks, Jonathan. But I would say, like, if you guys do want to donate for these files, though, the best way probably would to do it is PayPal. I'm gonna get a Cash App. I mean, super chats are good. The only thing is they take 30%, which is, I appreciate them. It's awesome. But if you guys do have PayPal and you want to donate to the files and you do have PayPal, that would probably be the better way to go. And I'm gonna set up a Cash App because people have asked and I haven't set it up. When I set it up, I'll let you guys know. But my PayPal is in the description. If you just put like, hey, this is for to go for the files, I'm gonna keep track of what I have. You know what I'm saying? So I can let you guys know, hey, this is what we got for the donations. But like I said, anything can help. If you guys can't, it's fine. But if you guys want to help out, if you're following the case, I think it'll be really good when we get them. I am anxious. I have not seen anybody have them. So I have not seen them out there at all. What I'm ordering. I was surprised how much they were. But files are freaking expensive, dude. With how like true crime has gotten so big, I think they are like slowly starting to become more and more expensive. Like when I started with the Chris Watts, I mean, the Chris Watts files were completely free, and I bet you now, if that happened now today, they would probably have charged. You know what I'm saying? But it's like a start, and people are like starting. This counties are starting to charge. But anyway, I think it's going to be worth it. I'm so invested in this case, so they're on their way. I already sent the check. It's already in the process, but I'm just saying if anybody wants to help, that's all. And I'll tell you what it is when it's a little bit closer, when I know that they're on their way back to me, when I know the files are on their way back to me, because it's like by mail. So when I know it's coming back to me, I will let you guys know what it is. So, yeah. So yeah. And it should, from what it shows of what it is, there should be like, I should be like multiple videos. There should be a good amount of stuff. I'm hoping it's good stuff, what's in it. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm so anxious to get them too. But yeah, so yeah, that's that. Anyway, yeah, and then also the time consumption of trying to like get in contact with the right person, find who to there. It's not like cut and dry with files. It's not like, oh, you just contact this person. It's like each county's different on who they want you to contact and how to go about getting things and blah blah blah. Like for instance, my Courtney Clenney files, that was almost $600 for them, and I definitely didn't break even. And since I just like took like a big hit on my channel, it's just like I'm sitting with all my freaking yeah, that's another story I'm not getting into. But anyway, like the Courtney ones I spent, and it was like right after the autopsy thing, so it's like I didn't even come close to breaking even with those files. But those were like 550 or $60 or whatever. But oh well, it's where I like having the information and stuff, but it'd just be nice to be able to like break even with the file cost. So then I was talking to a few people and they're like, why don't you? People ask all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just ask. People, you donate, help with the files because we're all gonna, watch them and stuff. So I was like, yeah, I'll ask. But like I said, I mean, regardless, we're gonna get them. But if you guys want to pitch in, that'd be great. Like I said, if you just put it with the PayPal, I'll get it. Put a note, like just say if you guys do donate, like, hey, blah, blah, blah. This is for the files, and then I'll keep track of what we get. So like if for a a miracle we did get like I was getting more than what it was, I would cut it off. But I don't even think I probably won't even up. I don't know. I doubt I'll get up. I'm sure I'll be putting in most of it. But if you guys want help, but anyway, so yeah, what do you guys think? I wish that I looked yesterday. They don't even have a trial date yet. What do you mean cams? If it's not the cams? The cams? I don't know what that means, Mara. What's the cams? If it's not the cams? I don't know what you're... Okay, thanks, Petty. Thank you, guys. I will see. I see. Like, just put a message like that, and I'll thank you on that. If you guys donate, I'll thank. Unless you don't want me to thank you for some reason, but if you guys do donate, I'll thank you on it as I get them on the next ones. I get like when I get a PayPal, it comes right to my email. It's like, and I get a notification on my phone, like, oh, so and so sent you. So, but like I said, I'm gonna set up a Cash App this week. So I will whenever that comes, I'll put it in my description. If you guys have Cash App, I have to. Everybody has Cash App. I am so late to the game. I've been meaning to set it up. I will, Wolfpack. And if you guys are following this case, I don't think you'll be let down at all with this. I hope not. Like I said, I don't know exactly. I know what I'm getting, but I don't know exactly what's going to be in it. But I don't think we're going to be let down. I think if you're into this case as I am, I think it's going to be interesting because like, when you're so invested in a case, like you want to know every single detail. So like anything you get pertaining to the case is pretty interesting. I just think, I'm very anxious. Let's just put it that way. I don't know. I sent out the check, last week. So I don't know however long it takes them. It's just they have to put it on a flash drive and they're sending it back. I don't know. They didn't say how long, but I don't think usually it doesn't take that long. They want to hurry up and like do it and get it out. So usually like with the Courtney, they don't usually take that long. I think the longest one that ever took was the Ted Bundy stuff which I never even used. I actually gave it to, I don't know if Jay's in here. I gave the documents to Jake. So I'm like, I'm never using it. She's doing the series when she starts her channel. Well, she did start her channel, but when she starts her stuff, she's doing like serial killers and stuff. So like you could go ahead and use it or whatever. But that took the longest. But I think that's because it was so old, Ted Bundy. They had to go, and it was just so old, and it was harder to find the stuff and get it and stuff. Um, but yeah, I don't think I really don't see it taking too long. But I would say tops a couple weeks, few weeks. I would say it would definitely wouldn't be more than a month. I would say within the month, wouldn't you? I would think. Usually they're pretty quick on that stuff. Like if it's electronic, like if you order stuff and they don't have to do mail, the reason that this is going to take a little longer is because it's through mail. But sometimes you get files where they just give you a link and it's like, online, whether it be Dropbox or their system, like Chris Watts had their little system or whatever. That's like right away. Like I remember with the Chris Watts files the next day, or if you caught them early enough in the day, because I ordered those like so many times because they would add things. Sometimes if you got it like in the morning, you get it that day. But usually electronics, you'll get it like the next business day. If it's like a virtual, like through email and they give you a link. I mean, they're usually really quick for files. They just want to get it done. So I don't think it'll be that long. I'm excited. No. Oh, Courtney does. Yeah, Courtney. They're supposed to have a what is it called? Gag order hearing. That's what her lawyers made a statement on the parents' behalf, and they talked about they think it's like a media move or however they called it because of the hearing on Thursday. I think it's Thursday for a gag order, I guess. No, it's nothing. Yeah, no, it's not a recess. Oh, is that what you meant, Mara Kim? Hold on. Did you answer? Hold on. Mara, I want to see if you answered. No. Oh, okay. No, no, no. No, it's not the cam. It's actually, it'll be audio. Let's just put it that way. It'll be something to hear. I'm sure a lot of you guys probably already know where I'm going with that. But I just want to wait till it's on its way before I say it. Plus, I almost want you guys to be surprised though. I know I'm weird, but I almost want it to be a surprise. Like I didn't even want to tell you till I got them because I wanted to surprise you guys. But then I'm like, I was talking to some people. I'm like, I really could use some help because I really don't have $700, and like just try to take donations. So that's the only reason I'm telling you ahead of time. If not, I was just gonna surprise you guys. But I almost don't know if I want to tell you till it gets here. I don't know. Maybe that's weird. I'm like, you could tell how much I love true crime stuff. Like, I'm like, to me, it's a surprise, but some people that don't understand, I know you guys could understand it, that get invested in cases where you could look at it like, oh my God, I'm anxious. But like to some people, it's probably like, why? That's weird. But no, like that's all like on YouTube, like I'm interrogation. I mean, that's all I'm watching is that kind of stuff. I love that kind of stuff. I don't know. I just love like human behavior and just like learning and people and learn. You know what I'm saying? It just fascinates me. But no, it's not anything like that. It's not anything disturbing. It's not gonna be uh that you meant Mara, did you mean like the cams from that morning that the jury watched? No, it's not that. I don't even think they're going to really. I don't think they are allowed to. Or they. I think every state and county does it different. But obviously, since it didn't come with the records files that you order, um, they're not really. You know what I'm saying? There's certain. It's weird because you could order the files and you're like, wait, that like her interrogation. Some of that stuff is like in the files, but why do they only send you some? I guess some they only release some for some reason. They don't release all of it. I understand that, but I don't understand sometimes when they don't release some of the stuff, like certain interrogations. That I don't understand. I understand why they wouldn't release, certain things. If it's up to the each person's different. It depends on like how they different they could seal certain things, and you know what I'm saying, family could seal things. And but who's banned on PayPal? What? Okay, I will do a cash app this week, Mr. Rosebud, and I will actually, when I do a cash app, I'll put it in a community post. Check my descriptions. I'll put it in the descriptions, and my next live, I'll share it. So yeah, if you want to donate and you want to wait till cash app, so you have cash app, Mr. Rosebud. That's probably the most popular, right? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it this week. Tonight or tomorrow I'm gonna do it. Um yes, I saw that. You talking about the from yesterday new, or is there something today again? Gaming. You talking about from yesterday, like uh the motion they're trying to disqualify the judge again, the transfer stuff. Are you talking about that stuff? Why Oh, okay. I don't know what swishes. Where are you at, Mr. Rosebud? Okay. Okay, cool, Petty. Yeah, I'll set up a couple things. Why not? I see a lot of creators. They have like a list of all their stuff, and I only have PayPal, so I need to open up that option. Open up options like that. Buy me a coffee. Most of them have that. They have Cash App. They have Venmo. They have like usually they'll have like a list of things. Um, Wait, what the old replacement lawyer said, and yes, the other stuff. No, what did the old replacement lawyer say? I don't know. Is it somewhere in those documents? I just skimmed through some of them. Or is it a different document that the old thing? I'm trying to keep it up. I'm trying to keep up with all of it behind the scenes. I haven't been able to keep up with it on videos just because, just I don't know. I'm still in that Shonda case. I'm still almost done with the video that on Shonda. I was working on it for the last, what, 4 days or whatever, but I still haven't finished it. I was just finishing it up today. But no, I don't, I think I've seen them all, but whatever that older replacement, I don't know what you're talking about. But thanks again, Jonathan, for that super chat. I'm sorry. I'm following you for Shonda case. Go. But thank you again. That was really nice of you. Thank you. And I appreciate super chats. I'm not trying to say, oh, don't send them. I'm just saying for something like with the files, it would probably make more sense to try to, if you want to donate like with the other stuff. But if you don't have it and you'd rather do a super chat, whatever. But if you do have something other, at least for this, I would probably would make more sense, but whatever works for you guys. I appreciate it all. I really do. Thank you. Will you talk murder case? I know you're done with it, but it's got fun again. There's just so much going on. What murder case? You said, will you talk murder case? Oh, Murdoch. Do you mean Murdoch case? But they already denied the retrial. Are you talking about Murdoch? Oh, really? Wow. When is this? Is this from today gaming? No, I didn't see that. Is this from today? Or a while ago? Dang it. Wow. That's crazy. And so, stupid Gall, oh, she just denies. Well, I guess not. Like as far as throwing out this thing. I mean, I don't know. It's tough, but I should see if I could find that. Could you have the document you could send me, or is it just an interview? Just an interview, you mean? I should look into it, huh? Maybe I can do a quick update on that. If I could find the interview or whatever. That's definitely interesting. Definitely. Wow. Wow. Dang it. Maybe I should get back into that and look into that Odinism a little bit more. um on whose interview, Jonathan? On the judge's interview? You said judge speaks out? But whose interview? The judge or you said her interview? I don't know. Cool, Karina. I am too. Okay, Patty. Yeah, all right, let me get off here because maybe I can make a couple pre-records. I might do that vibrato and give my thoughts on it, just like a short pre-record on it or something. I guess I could do another live, but I'm not going to do it on this because this is about Courtney. I don't want to mix it up too much, but all right, guys. Well, did we even discuss this? Yeah, I think we went over this stuff. I think it's all waiting. I mean, I changed my mind now that, well, I always said I want to see the details, and now that I've seen the details, I do think that, yeah, definitely that third-degree felony, accessing without authorization. I mean, it's pretty clear cut. Yeah, that charge is appropriate. I guess we'll see what they got into, what they did with that computer. And question, Juror 13, are you still here? Because you're following the Shonda case. What did you think about the surprise? Because I think you were talking about it earlier, but I didn't get to respond. Are you still here? Oh yeah, you did respond. You said that you're okay. All right, cool guys. I'm gonna go. Thank you again, Jonathan, for the super chats. I got to go set up that Cash App, go watch that interview, finish my Shonda video. I have a lot of stuff to do. Got it. It's my night with Zeke. So look, I want to show you guys. So you see my hoodie right now, or my whatever jacket or whatever you call it. You see it? Look at it. Get a good look at it, right? Now watch when I turn off the green screen. See? Anything green picks up the background. Isn't that crazy? Let me put it back on. But it almost looks like it's just a hoodie with, this has like a couple different darker colors in it, right? Did you guys realize that it was I tried to pick like this is the only background that looked like natural, like it didn't look like a weird, like that you could see through me. It actually looked like like this was like the color of the stripe. Did you guys notice or no? Honestly, did you guys notice that that was the green screen right here or no? I'm just curious how, like, I always notice because it's me and I always think it's way more noticeable, but I'm just curious if it really is, if anybody really even noticed. Yeah, I didn't think so. I picked a good background. I was like, you know what, this looks pretty good. I don't like when it just looks like I have a hole in me. You know what I'm saying? Where it looks like you could see through me because it looks fake. I was like, I don't want to look fake, but I want to wear my clothes and all my stuff has green in them. And it's like, gosh darn it, I want to wear my freaking colorful stuff, but I don't want to look like it's fake and like I have holes in me. So I found a good one that made it look natural. But look, if I would have picked a different background, some of them are obvious. Let me show you what I mean. Like, watch. If I move, because that would have been more obvious. Like those ones. So I picked one that actually didn't look so obvious. Like, I think you guys would have noticed these ones. Right? It still looks cool. If I could stand still, you wouldn't. But if I moved, you probably, because... But picking the darker one, it made it. Oh, whoa! This one, like, really, I'm a ghost. Ooh, wait, that one's kind of. That one's pretty tame too. Yeah. Anyway. All right, guys. Well, thank you again, and thanks. Yeah, thanks for sending me that gaming solution. Yeah. I will see you. What is today? Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, probably do a live. Well, I'll have that Shonda video either up tonight or tomorrow, and then I'll see you. Well, who knows when? Because there might be a new update I want to update, or as far as a live. I never know when my next live will be. Could be tomorrow. Could be the next day. Just look out for it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.